getting ready to investigate what is said to be one of the most haunted houses in Kentucky.
You'll hear disembodied voices, you'll see shadows.
I was just like whooshed. And once I got downstairs, I realized that there was scratches on my back.
Huh.
Here.
Could it be that something scratched me?
Is somebody upstairs walking?
Those purple light. Whoa, tripwire just went off. Oh my God. What the f did we just hear?
Yeah. What the f?
The hell was that?
Who's there?
Something's happening over here.
Did you open that door?
Is it open?
Yeah.
We just caught a door opening on camera. Let's leave these cameras alone in one of the most haunted houses in Kentucky. We're out in this really rural area near Manchester, Kentucky, and we're getting ready to investigate what is said to be one of the most haunted houses in Kentucky. This place has a lot of mystery surrounding it. The family that actually lived here was very secretive. Supposedly, this was at one time a doctor's practice, as well as they would actually build and manufacture coffins, and it's said that there's stories there might even have been funerals performed inside this house. And there's been a number of paranormal activity inside the house, including people reporting that they've been attacked inside this house by some unseen force. And tonight we're going to be spending the night in here to see what we can capture and to see what paranormal activity will show itself to us. Now Dave is taking a little break from investigating, so he is not going to be joining me on this investigation, but I'm going to be joined by the wonderful and lovely Miranda.
Yeah, guys, we are out here in the middle of nowhere. It is very rural. There's no town nearby us, no cell service, so very remote. Whenever we first pulled up to the house, I thought it looked very creepy, but in a very beautiful old sort of way. So in the sunlight, it's gorgeous. I can't wait to see how it looks at the nighttime though, because I have a feeling it's going to be very creepy.
The first thing I thought when I pulled up to this house was, how creepy is this place? I mean, it is just so eerie. Just from the outside, I mean, it's old. It dates back 150 years. They say the 1840s is when this house was actually constructed. And the history that this place holds is said to have turned itself and manifested into paranormal activity, ghosts, spirits, or something else. There's something strange going on inside this house, to the point that actual paranormal investigators, seasoned paranormal investigators, have said that they would not spend the night inside this house.
I know Ryan was looking up the history before we came and was talking a little bit to the people who work here. I kind of wanted to go in blind though, just to see what I felt whenever I first came here. So I know that we're going to be getting the history here soon, so I am excited to learn it, but we did get a chance to walk around a little bit, and yeah, I got some creepy vibes, and I'm excited
to see what ghosts or paranormal activity wait for us inside the Chestnut house. So make sure you hit that like button. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel. This is going to get creepy. Let's head inside.
So I was outside,
The picture she
you
took.
know, and they got this. I don't know if you can see it from my phone. It'll be blurry. I was taking a picture of the outside. The house lit up. This is before we ever started working on it really well. And then I captured this in the yard. It's a full body apparition.
Hold on. Yeah, let me turn up my brightness on this so I can get a better
Well, I brought in the photo up myself to see what I was looking at.
Okay, yeah.
And I can show you that. So
Yeah, there's definitely someone standing over there.
well, this is what we caught.
Oh, wow.
That's one of the chestnuts,
Yeah.
I think, because this is
And what she was wearing,
Yeah.
that's what they wore back in the day.
She's wearing a dress, yeah.
like these.
Yeah, exactly like
Yeah.
that. Exactly like that photo
That's
right
the family there, the Chestnuts.
Wow.
The second generation. Samuel Chestnut moved here at late 1830s with his wife Rachel and started the house. They had a lot of kids.
Yeah.
Isaac, Bob, they had
Edward.
Sarah,
Edward.
Edward, Sarah, Susan, was it Lottie or?
I think it was Lottie.
Their names are in here. There's a ton. They had a lot
It's
of kids.
underneath their
but they
photo.
lived here for generations and generations. Like, there were a lot of kids that were born, because they didn't have hospitals around then, too. A lot of kids were born here. A lot of kids died here.
Mm-hmm.
If you go up here to the family cemetery, there's a lot of babies buried. Some a day old, some a week old, up to a year old. Bob supposedly was born and died on this property. The family were Confederate sympathizers. Bob fought for the South. He was in 80-some battles. He patented a sight for a long-range rifle while he was in the military. When he came out of the military, he was so mean his family wouldn't even let him stay in the main house. He had to stay in a cabin on the property.
Wow.
So he left and went out west because he tormented children. He hates kids. So he went out west. Everywhere he went, he named an area Chestnut Valley to remind him of home.
Mm.
But he met an Indian maiden, which he has 2 sons with. He brought them back here for a while, and they were so wild his family sent them back out west. Yeah.
So there was a lot of strife in the family, a lot of turmoil.
Bob was a bad guy
Yeah.
in life, and still is, I think. His brother Isaac was this perfect Southern gentleman, you know. They were opposites. I guess Bob was the black sheep. But he was in 80-some battles. He was supposedly murdered a neighbor once, but they couldn't prove it, so he was never charged. But he supposedly shot him right in the back of the head. They made furniture, caskets. Got a casket, you could have a layout in the casket room, but it wasn't a funeral home. People always ask me if it was a funeral home. No. There are rumors that it was a brothel at one time. I can't find any documentation proving that. There probably wouldn't be.
So the caskets themselves, the family was
The
actually...
family
they,
made them.
They made the caskets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if you bought one, they would let you have the layout here. Feed and get everybody drunk. And
So it wasn't a funeral home, but they
No.
had...
We had a funeral home here in 1937. Before that, everyone had the layouts at home.
Wow.
And at that time, everybody lived in a one-room shack with a dirt floor around here. These 4 rooms they were one of the 3 most prominent families in the county. So just these 4 rooms that their original house was, they were considered rich. They had slaves, I'm pretty sure. But at one time, they sold the house to a Dr. Morgan who lived here with his wife and maid, who he had 3 kids with. And 2 of the kids were sent away. The 3rd had to live in the attic. Was never allowed in the main house.
So when the Chestnut family built the house, how long was it that it was here? When was the house built?
They started in the late 1830s, 1840.
Wow.
Worked on it probably for generations. I mean, just all the things carved in the woodwork would have taken forever. They didn't have tools like we did. They were using, a chisel and hammer or something back then.
Yeah.
I'd say they worked on it for generations.
For sure, yeah.
They put their blood, sweat, tears, heart, and souls into this place, and I think the souls stayed.
Yeah.
But Frederick Mertz bought it, put all the money into renovating it, and was killed in his factory before the renovations were done.
Mm.
His wife still lived here. She lived here when the renovations were done. The house was gorgeous. But she had cancer and died in this bedroom. No one's lived in the house since then. It's been 50-some years. It's sit here empty. It's always had electricity. You hear wild stories. I live near here, and people tell me they've come by here in the middle of the night and all the lights in the house going crazy, people screaming. Nobody lived here.
So when was it that she would have passed away? How long ago was that?
I'd have to go through my paperwork to find the exact date. I want to say 70s, 80, late 70s, 80 maybe.
Gotcha. Yeah. So it's been a long time since anyone has ever lived in here.
Yeah, as long as I've lived around here, no one's lived here. Wow. But it's always had electricity.
Huh.
I guess to keep the vandals away, maybe.
Maybe.
And the house has been broken into a lot, vandalized. It was in much worse shape when the current owner bought the home. Kevin Cleary's the current owner. He bought it from Lisa Paulus, who was Cecile's daughter. An interesting story about that. She called him after he bought the house and said her mother's spirit woke her up in the middle of the night and said, send her things back to this house. So she called Kevin and he flew to Florida, rented a truck. They loaded everything up. He brought it back here. I helped him unload all the boxes, bring them in the house. I slept up here that night. And it sounded like somebody downstairs going through boxes all night. I said, well, she's looking for something and I'm not going down there and bothering her. I hope she finds it.
So yeah, and he kind of told us that story, but I didn't realize when he told us that story that it was her spirit. He said the way he said it was that she woke her up in the middle of the night. And when I heard
she was
that story,
already dead. She died in this bedroom. Lisa said her mom's spirit woke her up in the middle of the night and said, send my things back to the house.
A year and a half ago, or 2 years ago, the lady I bought the house from, the lady upstairs who passed away, she woke her mother up in the middle of the night, and she told her to give me everything she's got. So all this furniture and all these antiques and stuff, that came from somebody else. But the furniture and stuff, she had 3 storage rooms in Fort Myers that were filled with stuff, $400 a month, for 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And so her mother woke her up in the middle of the night and said, give me everything she's got. And she did. And 2 weeks later, the hurricane came through Fort Myers. We're all been gone. So a lot of the antiques and stuff that are in here came from her.
You'll hear disembodied voices. You'll see shadows. Since we've been with Paranormal Connections, more and more people come to the house, and the more people come, the more active the house has been. I went to the bathroom the other night. I was the only person in the house. I went to the bathroom. You hear someone walk up to the bathroom door real loud, like boots or heels. They walked right up to the bathroom door, never said anything. You never hear them walk away. When I come out, there's still not a soul in the house.
Jason Humbler was here, and he's from Canada, and he came down. He was coming down to McLeod County, Kentucky to look for Bigfoot and Dogman. Bigfoot and Dogman. So he said, when I come down, can I do an investigation at the house? And I said, sure. And so he was obsessed with his door. So he would close the door, and he would ask the spirits to open the door. And he spent like an hour and a half at this door. And the footage is amazing, but he was obsessed. He was obsessed with this door that he could tell this was at night, late at night, and he could tell he'd shut the door, and the spirits would pop it open. So it was a little weird.
The teen is real sensitive to it. They want to.
Yeah, I'm real sensitive. Things tend to.
She was
latch
attacked
onto
as a
him.
child.
Yeah, I was attacked as a child. So
If
I
what
haven't
happened to her
really
happened to me,
realized.
I'd never walk to a haunted house ever, I don't think. She's brave.
That's what got me into the paranormal.
But they still attack her.
Yeah.
I mean,
you said
she's
you-
been scratched here, shoved.
where did that happen?
The first time it ever happened was in the attic.
So tell us about what happened that night that you were scratched up here.
There was a camera guy standing right here and another guy here. I was standing over here like this. It was, all the lights were out. The only light we had was the camera light. I was just like whooshed right into the camera guy, and he had to grab me. It was like I was pushed into him. And once I got downstairs, I realized that there was scratches on my back. But I always feel like it came from that direction. Over in there just gives me the creeps. Like I said, I'm sensitive. And it's really heavy up here, as you can tell. I can feel that.
Mm-hmm.
The little boy, though, he stayed in the attic. This is the old part of the house over here. This is the newer part. The back in there is where he stayed constantly on a little cot. I don't too much feel that he's up here a lot, but I do feel a male figure up here. The male figure he's really mean. I don't feel that he's bad or evil. I just feel that he's just like a really mean
This is
person.
where the psychic star says
Yeah.
the portal is.
But like I said, I don't really feel good up here
Yeah.
a lot, and right now I am like sweating.
Let's go down.
Yes. You want
Let's
to get
go
out
down.
of here?
Yes.
That was interesting. This seems like a really, really interesting house with a lot of history, a lot of claims of paranormal activity. Are you ready to get started?
Oh, I am ready. I am so excited.
So with the sun getting ready to go down, we're gonna have the night of this house to ourselves to see what we can capture inside the Chestnut house. All right, Miranda. We have officially started the investigation, but we have seen people commenting and saying, we wish abandonment was back at the beginning of the investigation. And you know what? Tonight, we are granting your request. We are starting the night off with an abandonment session. We have 3 cameras throughout the Chestnut house, one of them here in the casket room where they actually used to have some funerals for people that, didn't want to have it in their own home. This is where they would buy the caskets from. They said they would even lay out and do a wake here in this room. So we also have a camera on the 2nd floor. There's a lot of paranormal activity throughout those rooms, the rooms where a former owner passed away, the stairs that lead up to the attic where there's a lot of very interesting activity, and that is wired with equipment. And of course, in the attic, we have another camera set up. That's the area where multiple people have had strange and unusual encounters, including being pushed, scratched, and it's pretty creepy up there. So we have a camera there with an audio recorder rolling, and that audio recorder, this experiment, that recorder is voice activated, so if it actually records anything while we're gone, it could be paranormal. So we'll see what happens. Let's leave this house empty and see what these cameras pick up. Let's leave these cameras alone in one of the most haunted houses in Kentucky. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. We're leaving!
I think I felt the floor shaking with that one.
That's right. Let's get out of here.
He locked me out.
Get in here. It's gonna be nice and cool here. Let's get this air conditioning. I tell you guys, there's one thing I hate.
Sorry.
There's one thing I hate about summer investigations. It is the heat. I just can't. I can't do it. I'm ready for fall.
It is stifling. It's bad.
Let's hope those cameras inside are picking up something interesting. We'll check back in. Okay, so I wish we would have been rolling on this camera just a minute ago because we were sitting out here talking. We only have so much footage, so we can't roll on this camera the entire time we're out here. But I was just literally thinking maybe we should roll another clip, but the weirdest thing just happened out here. So we were sitting here talking, and it sounded like someone ran their fingers across the back window here. And it was so clear. I opened up the door and I looked, there's nobody out there. There's nobody out there.
Yeah. That was really creepy.
And what was the one thing that she said? She says that all the land is haunted. There's so much activity that happens. They capture literal apparitions and shadow figures outside the house. That was so creepy.
Yeah.
Like, my hair stood up on my neck when we heard it.
Yeah.
And then I opened the door and nobody was there, and then it kind of sank in. It's like, what the did we just hear?
Yeah. We're not even like underneath any trees either.
No, we're out in the middle of the yard. There's no trees around us. The closest tree is about 20, 30 feet that way, like far that way. So it's not like it was something falling from a tree and hitting the car. I think what we should do here when we get ready to go back in about 15 to 20 minutes, we'll collect this equipment. And what we'll do is we will try a little experiment. Because what did Mel tell us? She said that things happen when you're alone in the house. And we'll save our investigation together for later on in the night. I think what we should do is take turns. One of us goes in alone to the house for a half an hour while one person sits out here, and then we'll switch to see if something happens when we're alone inside this house.
Yep, absolutely.
Just to see if anything happens, I just want to turn this on really fast and see, since we don't have any other pieces of equipment in the car.
Bed.
Is this the lady of the house who passed away upstairs in bed? We have a bunch of equipment inside, and you can knock any of it over. We'd love to see you push something down the stairs or knock something over.
You won't understand.
We're just here to visit and learn your story. If there's someone here with us,
I want you to go.
we just want to tell your story and allow you to show people that this is your house and that you're still there. And you can do anything tonight to show us and prove to us and anyone that watches this.
Please leave.
Back to back?
Yeah, that's weird. Whoever we're speaking to, we don't mean you any harm.
Attic.
What's happening in the attic right now? Are you making something happen in the attic? Or is that where you want us to go?
There's
8.
There's a recorder in the attic. If you talk to it, we should be able to hear you.
Right on the stairs.
Run now.
Run now. We can't run. We're sitting outside. We're not going to run. We'll respectfully leave the property if you can show us when we go into the house that you don't want us there.
You're listening.
Yeah? That's what we're here to do, is listen.
We want to listen to you and your story.
I don't know, if something happens in the attic, that'll be very interesting.
Yes, it will. I can't wait to go see. Especially see if we caught anything on that recorder.
Yes.
Died.
Yeah. At least that's what we think happened. And we're sorry about that if that's what happened to you. And you're still here and you don't want to be. Where is it that happened?
Slam.
All right. So let's go inside here. I'm going to stop on Ghost Tube, put it away for the night. Let's go inside and see what happened.
Let's do it.
Okay.
We're back.
We're back. Okay, so we're going to listen to this audio recording back to when we were on abandonment. So this is going to be nobody in the house. It's a voice-activated recorder, so if there was any sound up there, it's going to activate. We just have to listen to the point to when we actually were gone and left. So this is the music playing that we set off on our way down the stairs. We fast-forwarded just a little ways. There's us, there's me saying that we're leaving, which is why we do that, because now we know that we're going to be gone after this. That musical motion. No, that was me setting it off, coming back in. So that was me setting that off, coming back in. So yeah, this it didn't trigger once.
Oh, I got it.
So I came up the stairs and I set off that motion sensor and I shut it off, which is why you heard it stop before it was done. So yeah, the audio recorder didn't pick up anything in the attic, but that doesn't mean something didn't happen, because it is voice activated, not necessarily sound activated. Strange sounds may have happened, or maybe nothing happened in the attic, I don't know. So. All right, so Miranda is leaving the house. I'm officially alone here inside the Chestnut house. Mel told us that the best way to get activity here is to come into the house completely alone, so that's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm gonna make sure that I'm alone inside this house for at least 30 minutes, and then we're gonna switch. Miranda's gonna come in and have 30 minutes alone in here as well. And we'll see if any activity happens. I think that's her leaving. The door is shut. She is gone. What the f***? Hello? Oh, no. Oh, good, he's back up. There's a June beetle that decided he was gonna roll over on his back right in that moment. You scared the hell out of me, dude. Try and stay upright. If there's someone here with me, I'd love the opportunity to get to hear your voice or get to see you. I've been told that this place is extremely active and can be more active with more paranormal experiences than Waverly Hills and Bobby Mackey's. And I'm here to see if you're still here. I'd love to tell your story, to get a chance to speak with you. If you touch one of these lights, they'll actually light up and make noise. The lights will turn on. You'll hear a strange sound. Is the lady of the house here? Mrs. Chestnut? If you're here, can you set off one of these things that I have set up? Or possibly move something to show me that you're here? I heard this door likes to open. Can you open that door for me? Hello? See that red light at the top of the stairs? If you get close to it, it'll make noise. My name is Ryan. I come with the utmost respect. I want to give you an opportunity to speak and tell your story. Check this out over here, guys. This is so cool. Like an original 1940s tube television set here. This thing is beyond amazing. Maybe you don't like men, maybe you would like ladies. Well, my girlfriend, Miranda, is going to come in here shortly, alone. And she's going to be here for you to talk to, for anyone that wants to make something happen for her or speak to her. try and see if we can get any voices through a spirit box here. Hello? I have a box in my hand that we think you can use to speak. If you walk up to it, I should be able to hear your voice. Is there someone here? This house is beautiful. Would you like to see it preserved? Would you like to see it saved? What was that? Hello? I just heard like a thumping sound. I don't know where it came from. Are you up in the attic? There's a box. If you walk by the fireplace, it'll play music for me. Can you move in front of that? Ooh. Yes, just like that. Can you touch that again for me? I'd love to see it. Let me just step where I did and make sure that it wasn't me. No. Did you just touch that red light? Are you up here? I don't mean you any harm. If there's any children here, I brought some toys for you to move around and play with. I heard there's a child that lives up here, that has lived up here for a long time. I'm going to cut the spirit box. There's nothing coming through. They say someone likes to hide in this dark corner back here. If you're here, can you walk over to the fireplace for me? I'd love to talk to you over there. All right, I set the epoch box up over here and I put the paranormal music box over here at the top of the stairs. So if that music box starts going off, I'll know there's someone coming up the stairs and I can run out there. Is there someone here with me? Is there someone that still lives in this house? What happens to us after we move on, after we leave this life? Are you existing in a different time? Why are there strange things that happen in this house? Rolling EVP session, Chestnut House. I just set a black box over there that you can speak to and put your voice on. Do you still think this is your house? We heard the gentleman of the house had an affair with a maid, had 3 children, and then ended up getting rid of 2 of them. What the hell was that? Can you slam a door? To show me that you're here? What the hell? That's me. The vibration on this floor. Okay, let's listen to this back. Rolling EVP session, Chestnut House. I just set a black box over there that you can speak to and put your voice on. Do you still think this is your house? We heard the gentleman of the house had an affair with a maid, had 3 children, and ended up getting rid of 2 of them. Nothing on EVP. Let's try something. See if maybe they like it dark in here. Let's go night vision and see what happens. All right, I turned out my light. Whoa. That was that REM pod right there. Yes, could you touch that again for me? Those purple whoa, tripwire just went off. Oh my God. Is that what you wanted? You wanted it to be dark in here? Will you show yourself to me now? Maybe you'll open that door now. I'm coming up to the attic. You don't have to be afraid. I'm just here to talk. I only have a few more minutes in here alone, and I'd love for you to come out and say hello. Hello? If you have to show me that you're here, you can push me. Or scratch me. I'm not gonna lie, it is very, very eerie up here. I'm hearing some noises from over there, but I don't know what it could be. It sounded like someone was moving through the stuff that's piled up over there. Hello? If you're over there and if that was you that made a noise, can you make another one for me? Well, that was a loud sound. Startled me just a little bit. Hello? So far, nothing up here as far as equipment goes. Motion sensor hasn't gone off, REM pod, or as far as I know, the cat ball hasn't lit up either. Which is not uncommon. We've had full entire investigations, actually multiple investigations in a row where the cat balls don't light up at all, they don't do anything. Whoa. Something's happening over here. I saw something flashing. I don't know what that was. Hello? The only thing that it could have been was the tripwire, I think. Were you making that flash? Can you do it again so I can see it? Okay, now that the lights are out, there's a little bit more activity. Do you like interacting with this stuff when I'm not here? I'm not in the room? Are you hiding and then just playing with the stuff? I think that's Miranda getting ready to come in. We'll see. Quick, can you walk up these stairs and set off that music over there? Miranda's gonna come back in and I'd love to see that before she gets in here. Quick, here she comes.
How'd it go up here?
It was really quiet at first, and then I turned the lights off, and then some equipment interaction happened. I think I saw the tripwire do something crazy when I was on the attic stairs because I saw lights dancing on the ceiling down here. Whoa. Something's happening over here.
Ooh.
But then I was upstairs, and there was this loud sound when I was standing in the attic that kind of scared the shit out of me. I don't know what it was. It was like the whap, like off in the corner.
Ooh, that's weird.
Hello? Besides that, it's been pretty quiet, but maybe it needs a lady in here to...
Maybe.
Especially if there's children in here. You know, some strange man wandering around the house asking questions might be a little intimidating.
Yeah.
So let's move some of this equipment downstairs to the casket room for you. And see what happens.
Sounds good to me.
You can wander the first floor and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck, I'm heading out.
All right, so it is officially me here alone for my solo in the Chestnut house. So we've got some equipment set up. Got a REM pod down here, tripwire. Got a bunch of stuff, REM pod, millimeter in here. And I'm going to start off in the coffin room, which we've got a camera. I have this candle. Can you see it right down there? That just turns off and on whenever it senses any EMF. Got a REM pod, cat ball, piccolo, got a bunch of stuff. So hoping that means that I can get some interaction. So For anyone that's here, my name is Miranda, and I'd love it if we could talk. I mean you no harm. I just want to know your story. Any of these lights that you see, you can go touch them, and they will make noise, and that will let me know that you are here. So, can you do that for me, please? Oh, the candle turned on. Remote. Thank you. Can you touch it again so I know where you are? Hello, is there anyone in here with me? Gotta be careful. Can you make that candle? Can you blow that candle out for me, please? Okay. I'm going to try and check the time because I want to see if I could do maybe, if I'm out here 30 minutes, 15 minutes with the lights on, maybe 15 with the lights off. See how that does. Kind of switch hands here. These cameras are heavy. I don't know if anyone tells you that. They say that children like to play here. Are there any children here? Candle's still on. They say that funerals were held in here. Did you have your funeral here? Here, let me show you. If you get close, see, it'll make noise and colors, and I'll know that you're here. Thank you. Can you do it again so I know where you are? Whoever touched the light, can you do it again for me, please? Is the lady of the house here? I thought I just heard a whistling. If there's anyone in the house with me. The candle just went out. Thank you. Can you try and get close and touch that candle again, and it'll light back up and it'll let me know that you're here. Can you light it up again for me, please? If there's anybody in here with me, can you blow that candle out? If you get close to it, it should be able to tell that you're there and it'll turn out. Hi there. Thank you. Can you make noise like that again? And it turned out. What the f***? I thought I heard shuffling up there. Oh my god. It sounds like something shuffling up there. Is somebody upstairs walking? Here, I'll get it out of the way. You can come down the stairs. There's a motion sensor up there, so if they do come out and down the stairs, we should be able to hear. I don't know if it was an animal or... Hello? I thought I just heard tapping come from over there. Is there somebody in the corner of the room? You don't have to be shy. I won't hurt you. The lights around the room and the camera won't hurt you. We're just here to talk. We just want to get to know you. Sorry for the shaky camera work, guys. Who's there? I'm gonna try and listen for a second and see if I can hear any more movement upstairs. Sounds like Ryan's back. Hello. Are we starting now?
Gotta set up the camera, some equipment with the camera downstairs, and then we'll be ready. All right, so Miranda and I are going to investigate together now. We've got a nice little circle here in the dining room. There was a wheelchair, and remember, this used to be actually a medical practice, and there's a lot of history with that. They're not sure how many people would have passed away here, or if anyone would have passed away here when this was a medical practice. So we have Miranda set up in a circle of the paranormal tripwire, the EMF tripwire, and she's sitting in the wheelchair here. And I'm going to actually hand her the spirit box, and she is going to see if anyone wants to come and talk to her here. All right, if there's anyone here with us, Miranda is in the chair here. She needs some help. Is there a doctor? Ooh, the candle just shut off. Meaning something came up to it, some sort of EMF was exposed.
Did someone just come in the room with us? You can use this box to talk to us. You can tell us your name or anything else you might want to talk to us about.
Did it say something?
It sounded like it, but I didn't hear it. I couldn't quite make it out.
What was the name of the Chestnut brother who was constantly kicked out of the house because of his horrific behavior? Do you remember his name? What did that say?
I'm terrible at deciphering, so it definitely said something though.
It wasn't Isaac, was it?
I think it just said it was.
Was? But that's not true. Isaac was the most sophisticated of the brothers. Whoa! Tripwire just went around you.
Is someone standing next to me? Did you hear what it said?
I'm having a hard time over here because it's so quiet over here by me. Could you speak more clearly so Miranda can hear you and say your name?
Who was that just made the tripwire light up? What was the name of the woman that passed away here? Upstairs.
Do you remember her name? See, I couldn't.
Hmm?
I couldn't remember what it was.
I believe it's Cecil.
Oh, that's right.
Cecil, are you here with us right now? You have a beautiful home. The people here are very passionate about fixing it up for you, too.
If you can hear my voice, can you go make that candle? Can you go light that candle again by standing next to it? Just reach down and touch it and it should light for us. In 5, touch the candle in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoa, tripwire. The hell was that? Sounded like something just touched the blinds.
Yeah, it did. Was it that bug?
What bug?
It didn't sound like a bug, though. That's on the floor underneath the thing now.
What kind of bug even is that? Oh, I don't know. I mean, it could have been, but it definitely startled me. Something hit those blinds.
Yeah.
Oh, and the candle's lit.
Thank you.
Do you like the light better or do you like it dark? I'm going to leave Miranda in here in the dark. I'm going to walk in the other room.
That sounded like humming.
It kind of did, yeah. I'd love to hear your humming over here. Can you hum for me? If you're upstairs, come on down. I'd love to see that rocking chair rock for me.
You scared me in the back there. Did not expect his voice to come from back there.
What was the name of the family who built this house?
Can you tell me the name through this box? Get close to it and talk. We should be able to hear you.
It's like the voice has stopped.
I wonder if they're following you around.
Maybe. Here, let me see it. All right, I'm gonna sit in the chair now. What was the name of the family who built this house? Who's the woman who I heard speak? What's your name, ma'am?
You sound like the same voice.
It's the same voice. I don't know what she said, something, think it. Are you unhappy with us being here? Do you want us to leave? Let's walk with this for a second.
Okay.
We're gonna come upstairs, is that okay? If you're up there, can you set something off?
Were you scratching at your neck?
I might have been, because I've had bugs swarming me. Is there a scratch on it? Here, what does it look like?
Like 2 scratches?
It could have been, because I have been going like that. We'll say that's what it was, but... We'll say that's what it was.
Alright.
Is that what happened? Did I scratch my own neck?
I will say though. Here, let me get a closer look once we get up there.
What?
I mean, we can say that's what it is, but I will say they're very small to be like they look like cat scratches.
Really?
Almost, yeah. Here.
Can you see them on the...
Oh yeah, you can definitely see. If you hold this first, well, hold it right there and then I'll take a picture and I'll show you.
Okay.
Which absolutely it can be that you did it to yourself, but you'll see what I mean in a second.
Huh.
Here, you can take my phone and I'll film you.
Yeah, because if it was my fingernails, they'd be a little bit, like, thicker.
Blunter. Yeah, like thicker.
I don't know, I mean, could it be that I got something scratched me? There's definitely scratch marks on my neck there.
Yeah, I don't know that we could say it definitively, but I will say it is absolutely strange because I've also seen you, obviously, the scratches that you make on your own skin.
Right.
And they don't look like that normally. In fact, I've never seen them look like that, but...
Yeah, that's like very, very thin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Tell us in the comments below. Do you think that's something that I caused myself? Or do you think that's something that could have happened when I wasn't paying attention when we were in here investigating?
Weird.
How did those scratch marks get on my neck?
Did it say me?
I'm not sure. Could you come through and be clear? Can you tell me, how did that happen? Woman's voice. Sound like it said me again. Who's the woman in the white dress that people see in here? They don't know who you are.
Did that say Elizabeth?
I'm not sure. You'll
Or
have to play that
Elizabeth?
back. Elizabeth? I thought I just saw something behind you here. Like a white light move across the wall.
Oh, that's weird.
This camera may have been pointed there, but the IR light might drown it out. Are you happy that they're saving this house? Did you let the Confederate Army hide in this house?
It's the same voice. Do you think you know what that said?
Something did. Did you know that the Confederates lost the war between the states? They lost. It's the same woman's voice.
Yeah. Let's say who's there.
My name's Ryan and this is Miranda. We're here to talk to you. Is it okay if we come in the room? I just said it was so weird because it was drawn out and didn't even sound like it was normal speech, but it sounded like we're dead.
Oh.
It's like we're dead.
Yeah.
That was creepy.
Yeah.
Is that what happened? Are you? Let's go in. Sound like a laugh.
Yeah.
How did you pass away? You've been a little bit quiet tonight, as far as we know. None of the weird toys that we brought have gone off. Do you not want us here? Is that why you're not talking to us? Sounds like a kid
Yeah.
or something. Let me show you. Do you hear that? How it plays music when I'm standing here? We're gonna walk this way and then you can try it. How about that? I'm gonna poke my head up here into the attic. That was me.
Do you want me to come up too?
You don't have to. Because the musical motion sensor's right here. Is there still a child up here? I heard there was a child that wasn't wanted that was kept up here in the attic. It's a door.
Yeah.
Are you going to open that door? Can you do that for us just one time and then we'll leave? If you open that door, we will pack up our stuff and we will leave you alone.
Did you open that door?
Is it open?
Yeah.
No, you did, I think. When we were setting up the piccolo, you said you wanted it facing the door and you opened the door.
Yeah, but then I closed it.
Did you?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, we could double check. That camera would have gone it, so we can double check, but
Yeah,
I'm pretty certain I did one of these. Unless I did it and then opened it again. But I did like a...
I'm gonna stop rolling on this really fast.
Okay.
We have to check that and see if that door opened.
Yeah. What? What did I do?
You gotta just turn the dial until it's not quite.
I was gonna do it at the door because I see this door opens.
Okay, yeah, you pushed it. So I just want the camera to be able to see it if it goes off, you know? And you hear it click. Gotta set up the camera, some equipment with the camera downstairs, and then we'll be ready. And we walked away from it to go set up the camera downstairs. And it opens right behind you. Whoops. Okay, so So see, it's shut. I'm gonna set up the camera.
Oh, that's weird.
Let me see. We have to test that. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me start recording on this again.
I mean, I don't think I closed it the whole way.
Hold on. We're gonna test this because if this is what happened, we just caught a door opening on camera. So we're gonna test this right now.
So I closed the door like this,
Yeah.
right? And then I think I like pressed it that. I didn't do it to where it was fully closed because I couldn't.
Right.
Because I didn't want to like break the door or anything.
Now, then we turned and we stood here for a second.
Yeah.
And then we walked away. And we It's like you see it's cracked right now, but it's not actually opening up.
Yeah.
Like it's not even latched right now and it's not opening.
Yeah.
Like let's both walk because we have to see if a vacuum of air will pull that open when we walk away.
Okay. No. What about...
No other doors opened in the house because we were literally on the stairs when it happened. We didn't
This
even
was
know that it
closed.
opened. That was closed.
And I mean, it's pretty.
So if
Let's try it one more time.
you pushed it, did that.
Didn't even do it that time.
Didn't even do it. Let's say on the off chance it did just... Say it did. So, but I had to pull that with a pretty good amount of force to get it to do that. It will open on its own like that. But if it just pops open like that, oh, here we go. Here we go. But it never stopped, so that was the thing. It wasn't like it opened right back up. You pushed it, and if it would have had that force to come open like that, it would have done it immediately.
Because it didn't, right?
No.
It started opening whenever I walked away.
Right. So it was like so. It was like this when we walked away from it. I mean, even if it was like that when we walked away from it, it's still...
That's weird.
Like, and that's not latched right there. So...
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Because you
Please do not fly. Why is it following me?
I swear. Doesn't matter whether it's you or Dave, I'm always having someone scream because of a bug.
I don't like June bugs.
So that's probably about where you had it.
Yeah. Well, running did it.
Running did
I mean,
it.
you were full out running.
Right, I was full out running. With that vacuum, I was able to get the door to pull open.
It's weird.
So, is it possible that both of us walking caused enough of a vacuum for it to open? Yes. Is that what happened? We can't definitively prove that that is what caused that door to open. See?
Yeah.
So,
I wouldn't say that we can definitively do either. We can't definitively claim that it's paranormal or definitively say that we debunked it.
right. We can say that that door opened. How we didn't notice that it was opening when we were standing right here, I have no idea, but
I don't know.
it's been closed all night until we did this here. So it will stay closed. It's not like it opens all the time no matter how you close it. But like we saw when I demonstrated and I ran away from the door, that created enough of an air vacuum for it to pull that door open. That's a strong possibility that that could be what caused it. Put it down in the comments below. Do you guys think that was an air vacuum? Or do you think that something unexplainable pulled that door open when we walked away? Let us know, because again, I had to full on sprint to create that air vacuum to get that door to pull open. We weren't sprinting. There was two of us walking, but we demonstrated just a few minutes ago that the both of us walking wouldn't open the door.
Not only that, but we were slowly walking too.
Right.
Like, we weren't even walking as fast as we were whenever we were trying to recreate it earlier, so.
Right. So, we'll put that in the questionable category. Questionable. That's interesting, though, that it did say door when I was up there in the attic. It said door, and then I was like, oh, are you going to open that door? And Miranda was like, the door's already open.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
The door's already open.
Yeah.
So, if you want to prove us wrong and push that door open now, you can do that. We'd love to see that. Can you do it again for us? You said door, and a lot of people say you like to open that door. Do you only like to do it when nobody's looking? We'll walk away from you. We're not watching. I don't know if you can see this, guys, how shiny I am.
Same.
It is
We're
stifling.
sweating.
Stiflingly hot.
We have been all day. So.
Happy July.
Yeah. If your girl looks a little grody, that's why. It's all right.
I'm ready for fall.
Yeah. Me too.
Did you open that door, or was it a draft? That was
just said me.
very clear me.
Can you do it again for us?
If you do it again and you open that door while we're standing still like this, we will leave the house. We'll pack up and go. Is that a deal? You have our word. That's exactly what we'll do. We'll leave your house and we'll leave you in peace. How about that? Nothing.
Yeah.
Weird. I don't know. Again, we can't say because that door has a natural explanation for opening, we cannot claim that that is paranormal activity, paranormal evidence. We can say that it's strange in the events that it happened and the way that it happened, but we cannot say that that is paranormal. But you can tell us in the comments what you think, what your opinion is, and what you think about the Chestnut house here.
Not only that, but we've had cameras rolling in other rooms pretty much this entire night. So we might not have heard anything go off, any of the REM pods or anything that makes noise, but maybe tripwire's been going off, maybe that candle's been going off that we haven't even seen.
Right.
So you never know.
Again, and our suspicion could be correct that every time we walk out of the room, something happens.
Yeah. Well, and even still, whenever I was downstairs doing my solo, when the REM pod did go off, it was a very short little thing. So maybe it was environmental interference, or maybe there was a spirit that was affecting it and they were just timid, you know? And maybe they have done that since we've been up here too, and we just didn't hear it because it was so quiet and quick.
Yeah.
Never know.
You never know. We're going to go ahead and end our investigation of the Chestnut house. What a beautiful house. I mean, what they're doing here, what Kevin and his team are doing here to restore this place, turn it into a bed and breakfast is just amazing. So please, guys, support this place. Follow them on Facebook. Make sure if you have the opportunity, if you're in Kentucky, you want to come out here and investigate and visit. Every one of these investigations goes towards restoring this house, bringing it back to its former glory, and turning it into a beautiful place for people to stay. So please, by all means, support Kevin, support the Chestnut house, and the entire team here. And if you liked this video, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure if you're new here, you subscribe to the channel, and make sure you leave us a comment down below. If you watched all the way to the end of the video, make sure you tell us the June beetle is Miranda's new best friend.
That's right. You better tell us in the comments.
We'll see you next time, guys. Bye.